change or defy immigration laws. That is Congress's job to change immigration laws. American citizens. American citizens. Respect our laws. Respect our laws. You're in direct violation of the oath you took to the United States Constitution there, Rothschild. Yes, sir.
You're in direct violation of being a jackass.
Okay, now everybody.
Let's go. Mayor Rothschild.
All right. Fine. Hello and welcome, everybody. Kaz. What did you make me watch? I don't even care about the intro right now. Just Kaz, this man.
That is somewhere in, I think, Phoenix or Arizona, somewhere. Some local legislation was going on, and
Tucson apparently to the chat. Yeah,
Tucson. Yeah. And this gentleman was dubbed Green Shirt Guy on Twitter. And has become the representation of the new party called the Green Shirt Party, where you just laugh at ridiculously stupid people.
It's so great that you paused it right there, too. That totally encapsulates the entire feel of that video.
There's so many layers here, though, for me, particularly, because there's a thing that I do that I don't necessarily try to do, but I become the uber asshole for a lot of situations where if I find someone just being ridiculous, like especially in a workplace environment, like a customer of some kind, or someone's just acting up in a 7-Eleven, like the laughing that this man is doing is that it's on purpose joking, like he wants people to see that he's laughing. He's just like, you don't laugh like that. He's just like, he's like, yeah, you're ridiculous, and I need you to know you're ridiculous. Like that is, if the Harry Potter world existed, my Patronus would come out as this man. That would be the way that this goes. Sorry to stomp on the intro. Kaz, do the intro, please. Tell us why and how and where, people.
Welcome to dkgWELP. This is the Drunk Kids Gaming Podcast. I'm King Kaz. That is Curly. And this week we are joined by Alex Abisu, good friend of the show already, host of a many. Don't do that. Host of a few podcasts, Alex.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, guys. Excited to be here. Very excited to be here.
I became aware of you because you took part in a little frog pants competition thing called America's Next Top Podcaster. Had to pull that out of my brain.
There's actually a longer title to it, which is something like, do you have what it takes to be America's Next Top Podcasting Idol of the world, something or other? And it just kind of keeps going on and on. But we call it America's Next Top Podcaster for short. That is right. Yeah. So thanks for having me on, guys. I've been podcasting now it's been about 3 years, maybe in total. I started a podcast called the Geek 30 Happy Hour, where we would sit around and talk about craft beer and talk about geeky news and stuff. That went about 75 episodes, and now I got a couple other podcasts under my belt that I'm handling right now. The Dad Chronicle, where I'm interviewing a ton of different parents about their experiences with parenting and other subject matter expertime.
Listen, you'll have your time to plug at the end of it. No, I'm kidding. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just saying, like, hey, you wanted me to intro.
No, please. I'm kidding completely.
Yeah, but the other one that is near and dear to my heart is Joystick and Mouse, and that's actually, because you guys are big gamers. This is one of the areas that I came to know of you guys, and some of your love of video games. So Joystick and Mouse is kind of my little pet show around video games and stuff. So looking forward to talking about a bunch of different stuff on this show and just hanging out with you guys, having a beer.
All the links to Alex's shows and stuff will be in the below and stuff. Yeah. If you're listening to this later or listening to it right now, it'll be on the YouTube channel and the podcast feed and all those things, of course. Try to support everybody in their things. I do want to mention, I mean, I guess getting to know each other. Like, so Kaz, you became aware of Alex, I guess, through the Next Top Brian Ibbett special show sauce shenanigans hour. That he does. I think Alex and I met. I couldn't give you a time because it was just the whirlwind of Vegas, right? Like there is just the Frog Pants Vegas and all that stuff. Like,
yeah, TMS. It was TMS Vegas. Actually, I can pinpoint the time that you and I met, Curly, because
you were sober and I wasn't, or
well, there was that, and you had just stepped away from Jury's little cult meeting around the couch where everybody was kind of hanging out around him. I don't know if you guys recall that or sober enough to recall that.
Which one? Yeah,
he had an audience, a plethora of his cult around him, and it was wonderful. And you had stepped away, and I was like, wait a second, Curly, and like we had talked online exchange here and there online, and so we synced up. So it was super fun meeting you guys in Vegas and hanging out and having a beer, and looking forward to doing more of that tonight. This will be fun.
Well, that is the beauty of these meetups that we do, because we're on the cusp of TwitchCon coming up right now. I don't know, Alex, are you coming out to TwitchCon in San Diego? No.
No, I won't be able to make it. Unfortunately, I want to, but
the more of these that we do, it's either PAX South or a TwitchCon or a Frog Pants or DKG event or whatever. They're all they're really just an excuse to hang out with people that are tangentially related to your little universe, because we tend to get very tribal when we're like on the internet and stuff. We're like, oh, this is our crew and blah blah blah. But then you get out to these events and it's like again, anyone that's in the Frog Pants community is most likely going to vibe very well with our community, or anyone that knows Jury that doesn't know us is going to vibe well, and vice versa. And so it's just so fun to just be like, hi, here's a person that you would love your shit, like, and then you just throw them at them and you're like, enjoy it. Like I had so many people, I think I was just like, I had a personal friend of mine who I've known for like 10 years. And I was like, I've talked to you about Jury a million times. You're about to meet him. Here's his political blog, and I know that you do political stuff. Like, you're going to love it. And she's like, she went up to him. She's like, I just subscribed to your fucking blog and your podcast and your mailing list, and I love everything about it. And it's great. And I was like, yay, connecting people.
It is fun. Yeah. And like, that's the beauty of it, is that there's so much like, mutual love of the same thing, and just also genuinely awesome people that tend to attend these things. So, it's seriously awesome to take part in all that. It's a lot of fun.
I love it. I love everything about it. And again, it's just an excuse to drink with your friends. It's
absolutely at the end of the day, like that's a great way to spend your time.
The majority of our kids aren't going to any of the Twitch related stuff in TwitchCon. They're just coming down to hang out and do silly stuff like bonfires and dances and whatever.
Good.
But
Good.
It's exciting. I really enjoy
it.
Kaz, what you been up to this week, man?
This week, what's this week? Talked about a lot of sports stuff with Jay Veezy. Some silly shit. You know what? I always like to do this every once in a while when something I think crosses that line into being good for both things. I know you may know it from Always Sunny, but the mascot for the Philadelphia Phillies, the Philly Phanatic.
Is he the one with the horn as a nose?
Yeah.
Okay,
so
cool.
The people that think they own the rights to it are like, we want to renegotiate the contract of the Philly Phanatic, and the Phillies are just like, no. So they're like, well, we'll just take him elsewhere.
How are you going to rebrand the Philly Phanatic?
Right. Like,
how does that work? Can they do that though?
Also, can the Philly Phanatic be subpoenaed in a court? Like, does he have to testify? Is there someone that's representing him? Like,
we went through all of that. The greatest thing we came to was, we're like, there's that unspoken like code of like, don't be an asshole in certain circles sometimes. But I was like, every so often somebody in sports breaks it, right? And I feel like this would be one of those moments where everybody's like, oh, well, that's their mascot. That's dumb. I'm not gonna hire their mascot. But I feel like there's just that one person who would be like, yeah, I'll do it.
So, Kaz, you're a sports guy, and now that you brought the subject up, and I normally don't even bother with this kind of stuff here. But
let's do it.
was there some shit that I read, and I don't even have the right knowledge. I'm trying to Google it right now. Whoever's in charge of like, who was it? There's someone that was like in charge of the Twitter account for one of the baseball teams. They got swept or something. And they were having like a back and forth on Twitter. Like their marketing department was having a marketing department like trying to be like a funny Wendy's tweet or whatever. And there was a point where they were like, so the Miami Marlins or whatever Twitter account to Tampa Bay, like they were going back and forth. They were like, can't hear you. Must be the maple leaves crunching. Here's the broom we just used on you so you can clean them up, back and forth. And then the Miami Marlins Twitter people responded with, "You're literally the animal that killed Steve Irwin. Log off." And, I mean, like, fuck, dude. It's still too soon? Are we good on that? Like,
I feel like that is a little soon, right? Like,
yeah, no. See. There are certain things you can do. There are certain things you can't do, right? Like, as an entity, as a representation of a corporation, no,
absolutely.
Don't hire the 14-year-olds in the fucking writer's room to write these things.
Somebody's kid was like, "Oh yeah,
I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this guy." And it's like the tweet is like all caps, but like the first letter is a lowercase.
No, somebody was personally hurt. Somebody was personally hurt. Like they took that shit to heart, and they were like, "Oh yeah, bitch, how about this?" And now, like, now there's an HR meeting. Like, so when you type that, what part of it did you think was okay?
And they're looking at fifth graders that they hired. Sorry, did the juice box is not? God damn it! Okay, well, here's a case of I feel old as fuck.
My mom.
Steve Irwin died in 2006. Fuck.
Wow.
Fuck. I felt that was like yesterday.
No, I felt like it was years ago. I thought it was like in the 90s for some reason.
No, it feels super fresh to me too, though. Like I can't believe that it's that long ago.
Well, so you say that, Curly, but we also had a moment the other day because Alex, I don't know if you've ever seen the show Comedians in Cars.
Yeah.
So I've been on this show for recently. Hold
on. I just want to tell you what my Friday was like. I would drink a lot of alcohol and then at some point watched a lot of Seinfeld with Kaz.
Yeah. So
because Kaz, out of all people, was like, "You need to see Seinfeld do funny things," and I was like, "Okay."
Yeah. So we're watching the show, and then I start going through like, "Oh, you would like this guy," so we're like skipping around or whatever. And then I was like, "Oh shit, there's an episode with Mel Brooks," and he's like, "Oh well, I have to see fucking Mel Brooks. Like it's fucking Mel Brooks." But there is this realization that like we haven't seen Mel Brooks since like old movies, so
I know
like
exactly
it
what you're talking
literally
about.
went from like to old ass Mel Brooks, and we were like, "Man, he's fucking old."
He's sitting in like the fucking chair, just like he looks like he's living in like a retirement home sort of situation, right? And like all he does is just sit around and watch movies all day, like an old ass Hollywood guy. Like he's hit that
him
like
and his boy just sit around and watch movies all day. That's all they fucking do.
But good
he
for
was
him,
still,
though.
That's life goals, yo.
He was still on it. Like he was still fucking funny. He was still hitting jokes. Still like
he was
had
making
the
Jerry
timing.
crack up.
Yeah. But then there was this moment where me and Curly we were like, "Is he dead?" Like, and then we had to look, and we're like, "He's still alive?"
Because it was like a 4-year-old episode of Comedians in Cars or whatever we were watching. Like, and it was like, oh, we're making light of this right now, but did he pass? Like, do we know if Mel Brooks is alive? No, he's still kicking.
He's alive.
He's still kicking around. He ain't going nowhere. If anyone were gonna give a fucking Iron Man suit or like something to keep you alive, some fountain of youth, let's do it to Mel Brooks. We don't need to lose this man.
Or Betty White.
Yeah, Betty White's still kicking around, right?
Yeah.
Shit, Jesus Christ, they should hook up.
Curly's just mad at Betty White. She took all his money in Vegas.
Listen, I'm as superstitious as it comes for only gambling.
Uh-huh.
I don't believe in any higher spirits for anything else in the entire world. But gambling, I'll be up there rubbing beads on the screen. I'll just be like bringing, I'll throw out shit. I'll start leaving coins at stuff. And I walked up and I was like, calm down. Shh, everyone, shh. This Betty White machine right here. This one's calling to me. This one's calling to me, brother. Let's go. And I went to it, and it took 100 of my dollars, and I walked away. And then this bitch, whatever audio file stupid plays out of it, it was like, "Oh, you're not gonna come back now, are you, Sonny?" And I was like, "Fuck you, Betty White. Like, get the fuck out." Rude ass. Reverend Puck, I already lost everything I had in GTA in the online casino. I went in there drunk the other night and I lost everything.
Did you really?
I all the money that they gave to me for Twitch Prime, all the fucking money I earned over the game, it's gone. All of it's gone. I thought I was losing it way less than I was doing it, but I was sat there at a table with Panda and we lost all my money.
Too funny.
Hate it.
That is too funny.
Stupid game. Hate gambling. That's why I don't gamble in Vegas.
All right. Before we get to news, Alex, you had this bowling thing you've been telling me about, and I need this.
So we need to. I need to throw a what would you do scenario. Okay, and so this is kind of falling off of the story that you guys told last time. You know, you've got this awkward social situation, Kaz.
Oh yeah, no, we love those. Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to understand, especially Curly.
Shit, I have one.
This is kind of pointed at you because you know you're very much the stare at the person like you don't want to deal with that person that is just creating this socially awkward situation for you. So I'll kind of paint a picture for you guys. So we go to this bowling alley. We're going for my wife's best friend's 30th birthday party. She wants to go bowling. So we go bowling. And they like rented out like 6 lanes in this huge bowling alley. There were like 30 to 40 lanes. Like it was a big spot.
You took up a fifth of this place.
Yeah, at least. And so, you walk in and what's the first thing you think of like when you walk into a bowling alley? It's going to smell like, stale cigarette and moldy foot.
Oh God, well, I gotta wear these garbage fucking shoes on my feet. I fucking hate this.
Exactly. And they actually ended up like banning cigarettes from these bowling alleys. So now it just smells like moldy foot.
The bowling alley that I go to that has been around since I was a baby boy in the 90s, and if not earlier, they still to this day have like the cone of silence room, and it's like there's a smoking room in a building in San Diego that is just people go in there, and it's got vents that go out on their own air ducts that go out to the outside, so it doesn't mix with everything else. But you can, because it used to be a smoking place, and apparently there was some kind of like conversation at some point, and they were like, we're just going to dedicate this one like 300 square foot fucking room that you go into. You open the door and it's like, and then you go in there, and the people that are smoking in there are so fucking miserable by their own smoke, and it's just like, oh, you guys, please, like. Oh,
that's terrible. Yeah, but like this place, like, and I was really surprised because usually that stuff just seeps into the carpet, and like it only smelled like moldy foot.
Every chair in there, like you stick to it when you put your arm down on it.
Yes.
It's all tar based. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, okay, so we had a bunch of lanes, like I mentioned, just kind of roped off for us, and it was kind of crowded in there. There were at least like 75% of the lanes were taken. Like it was pretty well attended last night just by other people. All right. So we had a bunch of like food and beer and stuff coming out, and we got paired up with a couple of girls that were there for Michelle's party. So, we were taking turns kind of going up and bowling and then coming back and eating some of like the really greasy mozzarella sticks and pizza and other
like
shit.
Playing to win, but playing because
just
you're
kind
there,
of
you're having fun.
You're just having a good time. So it comes up to one of the girls' turns, and we're like, you know what, just sit and like eat, like just let's finish eating, and then we had like 4 or 5 of the balls sitting on, so you have 2 areas where these bowling balls sit, either on the rack behind where you're bowling, where like they're ready for anybody to take, or like common practice and courtesy. You pick one of those up and you put it on the thing that cycles the balls in after they've been kind of like shot back out, right? So,
and you return the non-used balls to the rack that someone else had left there at some point. Only your in-play balls are in that thing.
Bingo. So
Bowling
they're
etiquette.
just kind of hanging out there. All right. So here's what we see. We are sitting on, and we're sitting, we're kind of up the ramp a little bit, hanging out at a table, eating our food. Probably 8 feet away from the area where our balls are sitting. Some motherfucker comes like charging, and I'm really not exaggerating when I'm saying charging through like 7 lanes of other people playing, and starts rifling through the balls that we have sitting there.
I knew this is where
And
this
I'm
was
just
going.
I'm kind of sitting there. I'm like looking at him. I'm like, what is he doing? And then all of a sudden he like finds 2 and he picks them up and takes them and starts charging back to his lane. So I'm going to pause here. I want to throw the hypothetical out. What would you guys do in this situation?
First reaction, flying Superman punch. Just going down on it. I kind of knew where you're going when you started mentioning this, because I did a lot of bowling when I was in my youth, and there's an etiquette to that. There is a fucking, these are our in-play balls. They're here. This is our area. Don't come over. It's the same as if someone walked over and took a fucking mozzarella stick off your goddamn plate. Like, no, I'm still here, bro. Like, this is my current situation. Please get the fuck out. Go find. I don't care if you need this 7.5 pound ball with whatever the fuck screw holes, or I don't care about your stupid sport. I'm using it. Get the fuck out of here. I feel an affinity with this neon green ball that I fucking picked. Okay.
Yeah. Sure. How about you?
Yeah,
How about you, Kaz?
I'm just straight like, excuse me. Like,
Kaz has never bowled in his life.
no, I both. What the fuck? How dare you piece of trash? But yeah, no. I'm a. As soon as I see him fucking like a fucking thief in the night, rummaging through my shit, I'm like, hey, yeah, no. We're using those. Like,
and it was funny because like I didn't even. So it actually, and maybe it was because like I was a couple beers in, but I was just watching. I was like it just kind of like trying to process exactly kind of like what was happening, and I'll tell you. And Curtis in the chat says it sounds like a weird dare. Well, it wasn't, and I'll tell you guys what I proceeded to do. I kind of went in for like the Superman punch kind of scenario, because I was like, what the fuck? This is kind of like disrespectful, right? So I ended up kind of like charging after the guy, and then here's where kind of like compassionate Alex comes in. He hands them to like this little 11-year-old girl or something, like trying to figure out, like, she needed a lighter ball. All that it ended up being was that they needed a lighter ball. So like I ended up going and talking to the guy, and I was like, hey, like, you realize you just took balls that we were playing with, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Like, the guy was like claiming innocence and all this shit. And so it ended up turning out where I like looked at the little girl. I was like, hey, which one do you like? You like that one? Okay, I'm taking this one. And so like I just ended up taking that back. But it was like the weirdest fucking thing. Like, I haven't been bowling in, I don't know, a couple of years, but like I used to bowl a lot like as a kid. It was just, I've never experienced that in my life.
No, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
You take their kid, you slide them down the lane, just into the pins. There you go.
Yeah, it really makes that face, weird. But he would have ran over there like, this motherfucker. Yeah, your kid. Oh man,
that's exactly what I did.
Yeah, that's Curly. Whereas I would have been like, I still would have been like, yo, you fucking dickwad, you took my ball. Like, what is wrong with you?
Like, I asked him, I was like, dude, we were playing with, like, what are you doing? And he goes, oh, I'm sorry. And it was just kind of like that, and it was just a weird scenario.
I mean, the sneakiness gets to me though. I would have been mad. And there's no reason to be mad. It's one of those things, and Kaz and I have had this conversation many times on this show in general, but like, it's the concept of, if I was at the bowling alley alone, I don't give a shit. You can do whatever. You take my balls. I don't care. I'll go get a new one. Whatever. It happens. Life. But if I'm at a fucking place and I'm with some of either the DKG crew or some of my friends, and someone fucking snatches their shit or cuts them in line or treats them like crap, I just get this weird fucking mama bear moment where I'm like, I'm gonna kill this person right now.
Papa Curly comes out, and here comes Papa Curly with the Superman punch.
Yeah, I'm just like, I immediately go to 10. I'm just immediately, and I regret it sometimes, because sometimes I do go overboard. But I'm like, It ain't about me. You fucked these people's day over, and I'm gonna hit you in your face now. Not that I ever do anything like that, but you know, I go to 11.
Yeah.
Tis life, though. God, bowling's
Tis
great.
life.
We should go bowling more.
Yeah,
Let's go
from all
bowling.
the way over here on this side of the world.
Come to TwitchCon. Come to Vegas more often. I don't know.
No.
Anyways, Kaz, you want to move to the news stories?
Yeah, let's do it, bro. Play that bumper.
Shit, there was a thing I wanted to talk about. Never mind, it's not a big deal. Anyways, news stories. Boop, 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 boop.
dkgWELP. Let's fill that knowledge hole. With Kaz and Curly's news bag.
Boom. This is the news segment of the show where we talk about news from around the world on the internet. If you would like to participate in this news segment, you could do so by joining our Discord. In the Discord, there is a channel called dkgWELP where you can post news stories and we will pick them and talk about them on the show like this one. This is a BBC story talking about a political debate that was happening in Kenya, for as far as I read, that they ended up having to cancel because someone farted.
So
And I wait.
Go ahead.
Before you do this, right?
Go ahead.
I just want to read this one quote from the person who was the speaker at the moment, because he tried to handle it so diplomatically. For saying someone farted, he goes, "Honorable Speaker, one of us has polluted the air, and I know who it is."
that man is like a kindergarten. So I will preface that I did definitely go through this story when I was looking for my own stories. And yeah, that line is killer, dude. That line is like, that man stood up like an adult, even like not like an adult, like a fucking kindergartner. Teacher, someone farted, and I know who it was. All right, little Billy, who the fuck was it? I won't say. and then I think if you go forward there, Kaz, I don't know if you want to tell the story. If you go a little further in that,
Good.
there is a little bit of a quote from the person who was then accused of the farting, who was like, "I guarantee it was not me." These are adults. These are the people in charge of a whole country.
Yeah. It's so good. I love when something so crassly dumb happens and people try to handle it with such a level of sophistication that is just unnecessary. Like,
Reasonable speaker and chairman of the board, I would like to alert the whole class that Marcus farted.
Have you guys ever been in a situation where somebody farts so bad that you actually have to like get up and leave?
I've seen it happen, but I'm a bit of a stupid case on this because I don't smell anything almost ever.
Really?
I've got some unicorn fucking nose. I can smell extremes. If you put ammonia in front of me, I can tell you it's ammonia. But like, if someone farts in my face, I'm like, I don't know what that is. It doesn't affect me at all. It's weird. It's a weird superpower. It's not a great superpower. It's not very helpful. I still get fart on my face, but
ignorance is bliss in that case,
right?
Yeah, like I don't think I've like, it's kind of been like one of those passing like, oh come on, man, like you couldn't just like do that over there. But it's never been so bad where it's like you stand up in the middle of like a college class, guys, it's done, we gotta go.
Well, they left the whole room and then they sent people to go find air fresheners to clean the air, and then they were like, well, the fart dissipated by the time the air fresheners got there, so fucking whatever, which is usually the case.
But you know, in this dumb situation, it was handled with like a level of like, so we will requisition the janitorial for air conditioning. We shall not requisition them. We have not paid the dues.
I recognize the chairman from District 12. What is your complaint? Oh, the fart is very smelly on this side of the aisle. I will say for my own nose stuff, and I think I've brought this up before. Like, it took until my adult life for me to understand that I don't smell things the same way that other people do. Because, like, I played that shit like I fucking knew what was going on all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I'd see a room of, like, just like middle school, man. A bunch of middle school people like, oh, Timmy farted. Oh, it's so gross. My nose is burning. I'm like, oh, yeah, my nose is burning too. oh shit, I gotta get out of here. And I did that until I was like 28 years old. And then there was a point where I was like, you don't smell that? I'm like, no, I don't smell that. I don't fucking smell that. Okay, sorry, I'm weird. I don't smell it.
Like, remember one time, so Alex, you haven't been privy to this, but Curly has. Like, I have really weird public bathroom issues. Like, I could go in there, I could piss, I could do most of that. But like, as soon as like I see a person and I have this past judgment, I'm like, this man is gonna take the most atomic shit ever. I need to get out of this bathroom as quick as I possibly can. And there's been a couple times, like, especially like at work or something, because we have to use the same bathroom that like the customers use, that like I'm walking to the bathroom and I see this old man like hustling to the bathroom, and I was just like, I can wait.
Yeah. I'm not weird about that, but I don't want to be in that same room when someone's herking and a grunting and there's been times where I'm like, we walk up and we have a bathroom like 3 stalls in it and then like 2 urinals, and if anyone's in there, I'm just like, nah, it's cool. I'm gonna go fiddle with a soda machine for a while. I'll be back.
Like, I walked in there one time to like just wash my hands. I opened the door and I just heard a guy go, and I was like, they're not that dirty.
The owner of the company I work for will sit in there and it is I'm about to do some solid theatrical acting at this point. You could be in a stall and then you hear the door open. You're like, fuck. All right, I'm gonna try to be a little quiet. And then this guy, you know who he is because he walks in. You hear the belt, like the belt jingle, and you're like, and he's like, and you're like, God fucking damn it! Can you just piss in silence? Like, I don't understand why it's a fucking. You know I'm in here. Like, do we need to have this guy? Like, and then he's like, hey, who's in there? And I'm like, and you can just hear his pee the whole time. And he's like, who is that? Who's that? And I'm like, it's me, Curly. And he's like, oh yeah. Not doing anything crazy. Am I gonna have to run out of here? And I'm like, this is never okay. This is never okay. Just please.
Oh, so bad.
I hate everything about
It's
it.
so bad.
But now I want all things handled diplomatically. Like, I just want situation 3. Someone spilled coffee in the break room. Speaker, your turn.
Someone is filling up their own gallon containers of water from the water sparklets machine and taking it home. What do we do about it? Speaker, your turn. I yield my floor.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna cut over to an unrelated, completely very dkgWELP random story. I don't know if you guys caught any of this. This is a food-related story from the old people at our favorite Oscar Mayer company. I don't know if anyone saw this as a promotional thing. A lot of companies are trying to do this thing where I think I don't know, maybe it started with someone else, but like I remember when KFC like took a bold move and did the whole double down thing where they took away the bread and it was just 2 chicken fucking patties and a bunch of mayonnaise in the center. Like they just made, they take these bold moves and then they get a bunch of press for it and whatnot. So Oscar Mayer, as of August 2nd, put out this the Oscar Mayer Ice Dog Sandwich.
Oh,
So is this on the verge of ice cream?
Oh, it's ice cream.
is it hot dog flavored ice cream?
Oh, you asked that
I
question.
didn't want to do that. Didn't want to ask it. Do you put this in the same bowl as that mustard ice cream? You guys see that too?
Oh yeah, I saw that shit.
God,
That
what
shit
the
is
fuck are
just
people
fucking-
thinking?
Say hello to the Oscar Mayer Ice Dog Sandwich, a hot dog flavored ice cream made with our better hot dogs, sandwich with spicy mustard. Do you want to try
so
this?
this has the mustard.
So this has the mustard stuff.
Yeah. The ice dog, the ice.
What are you doing?
I'm just gonna. I need to read this, and I need to not throw up while I'm doing it. The ice dog sandwich, in quotes, contains.
I like how, by the way, I like how you're talking about not wanting to throw up after we just talked about bathroom, like people taking shits and the noises and all that
See,
sort
Curly
of stuff.
can't smell shit, but he definitely can taste shit.
Yeah, I can taste shit. Yeah,
Fair enough. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna read this paragraph.
Yeah.
The ice dog sandwich contains candied hot dog bits. I'm gonna repeat that. Candied hot dog bits.
No.
Can we just imagine for a second what candied hot dog bits are like? Are they like hard bits of candy?
I think it's
Crunchy.
just like sugarized.
Oh, fuck, dude. Come on.
All right, and while you're stuck on that one, I'm gonna read you the next comma section. Hot dog sweet cream. Because what the fuck is that?
Name of my sex tape.
Hot dog sweet cream. It's a Kid Rock album. Spicy Dijon gelato. Spicy Dijon gelato.
I heard you the first time.
And a cookie bun, quote unquote. That's in quotes in their tweet. A cookie bun, quote unquote.
Is there a picture of this thing?
Oh, is there?
Come on, man. What are you doing? Jesus Christ. Look at that.
Candied hot dog bits. Hot dog sweet cream. cookie
When you
bun.
put the wait, no, that is like a whole thing of the mustard ice cream on the other side.
It's not ice cream, Kaz. It's spicy Dijon mustard. Okay.
Shit. Chad, would anybody eat this? I really want to know.
I
Chad,
need it. I need it for a bit.
Would you?
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Like, I would take a bite, but like you would eat a whole thing.
If it's
But
for
see,
a bit,
The problem is, Alex, right? You say you would take a bite. You have to take a bite from both sides because it's split down the fucking middle. One half is the fucking hot dog ice cream. The other half is the fucking mustard ice
That's
cream.
poor design. That's poor design.
Yeah.
No.
I will throw out.
Hold on.
I know.
Hope in chat says, not a fan of Dijon, but otherwise I'd be down. You gross piece
Of course,
shit.
I would be down. I've eaten worse. Let's go with that.
All right.
I normally don't even go to the comment sections on any of these fucking websites, but like the first 3 comments, I'm not a religious person, but this is a hideous abomination to the Lord. Response: This is the type of tragedy that makes a person look to the divine for answers. Third response: I think this might be the first horseman. Oh
That's
Lord.
good. That's good.
Their tweet, they put up they had the audacity to put up a Twitter poll that said, would you eat this? Yes, ASAP, please, or no, I eat condiments solo, what? But everyone went with a no.
That's that old school hacking shit where it's like, do you want us to hack you? Yes or no, but you still mean yes. Like,
Exactly. That's what. Yeah.
no, I don't want to click any of these.
But I have to answer for some reason.
Yeah.
Just get a,
So that was people going,
just right in on it.
no.
Just right in on it. Oh yeah, girl. I love how somehow I zoom in and the Facebook share button gets bigger. It's weird.
Someone in chat said, like, what's wrong with it? Because we candy bacon. Like, that's different, right?
Yeah, that's
fucking
different.
bacon. Hot dogs are an abomination already as it is. Don't also throw salt and sugar on them and then throw them in the ice cream.
Yeah.
Like,
I had a
that's-
moment.
No.
I had a moment just this week, which is very fitting for this episode, where I was at a 7-Eleven that we go to every now and then for lunch or like a quick break. We just go get like a soda or whatever, or food. It's like a 10-minute break. So we drive over to the 7-Eleven, 4 of us, and I don't think any human being in this world thinks those under the heat lamp rotisserie hot dogs are of any quality whatsoever. Like, I don't know anyone that's going to sit here on and die on that hill to defend those hot dogs from the world. But sure enough, one of my coworkers decided to get one of those spicy big bites or whatever they're fucking called. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to take a chance. So he goes to get it, and another coworker is just like making joke, right? Like he's just we're in line, we're just making jokes or whatever, and someone goes to get like one of them, and there was one of the hot dogs on the line, and it's the furthest from you, which is closest to the person on the other side, and it somehow got caught in the lines. And it looked like half of it had just stopped cooking for a good day and a half. Like it just looked like it had calcified. And
somehow the bones of the cow started to regenerate within the hot dog.
It had like a marbling of just not cookedness, and then cookedness, and then too cookedness. If that makes sense. And another coworker was like, "Hey man, make sure you don't give him the gross burnt broken one." And
why is that thing still rolling there? Why hasn't anybody thrown it away?
This worker at 7-Eleven decided that it was her day to defend these hot dogs. she was like, oh, that one's actually fine. It just got caught a little bit, and it's fine. And she like scoots it around so it like soaks up more grease and starts to spin again. And he's like, I don't want that one.
It starts to form back to its already unnatural shape.
Yeah. And she's like, cool. I'll give you the next one. So she hands him the next hot dog. And another coworker goes, yeah, man. Well, it's not even a big deal. You're still eating like hoof and and toenail. And this woman goes, excuse me, sir, these are all beef hot dogs? And I'm like, why are you dying here? No one's paying you for this. No one's going to come in and be like, I was the secret shopper at the 7-Eleven where I'm going to fire you because you badmouthed the garbage dogs that you're serving to people for $1 that have been out there. It's just amazing to me that sometimes you get very excitable about your job.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, if you have to feel passionate about something, sure.
I put a waitress in an awkward spot the other day because we went to this taco place and I didn't want tacos, but they had chicken tenders on the menu, and I was just like, are they crispy or are they shitty? Those were the two options I gave her. I'm like, are they good? Do they have a nice crunch, or are they just wet pieces of meat on a plate? She's like, I mean, I was like,
they're wet pieces of meat on a plate.
That girl's trying to come to terms with her God. She's like, do I fucking lie right now?
She circled back. She's like, they're great. Employees order them all the time, and I'm like, she saw the mistrust on my face. I'm like, I'm fine ordering. I'll order a taco. I just kind of was down for chicken tenders, and she was like, I mean, they put the sauce on them, so they're not gonna be that crisp. And I'm like, you know what, it's fine, just give me I've made it too awkward for you, I apologize, just give me the fucking tenders, I'll suck them down. I was like, I didn't mean to put you on a fucking hill in front of a firing squad.
Today I just told everyone I was gonna stop lying today, and now this man asks me about the chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
Oh Christ! All right, Kaz, your story.
Have you guys heard of Movie Pass?
I remember that thing. Is that still going?
Yes.
Yeah, it's still a thing, but it's trying to kill itself in all of its shady dealings that it continues to do. So this one is so this kind of just is detailing some of the shady shit they've done, but it's kind of detailing one of the specific shady things they did. And I'll go through all of them, but we have to start with this one. This one was or you know what? I'll give you a background chat for those of you who don't know the troubles of Movie Pass. So Movie Pass is one of those services where you subscribe to for a certain amount of money, and for them it's $9.99 a month, and it gives you access to see unlimited movies for that price. Where as a fucking subscriber, you're like, fuck yeah. But then they soon realized as a business, there's a fuck no. Because they were losing so much fucking money on people using this service because they underpriced, which is kind of their fault. So to get around that, they started to add limited subscriptions. They would only open the ability to subscribe to Movie Pass for like a week, and like you had to get in there for that week.
Just
And
go
then they
chain a
started
bunch of movies in 1 week, I guess, or
Well, no. So it was just like they didn't want more people to be able to keep subscribing to the service. So, but you have to have the service available to subscribe to be sustainable, because they were already losing money on the amount of people that had already joined, because these people were just going to movies every fucking day.
yeah.
Like, I have a half-hour break. I'm gonna go watch the first half of fucking
Because
the new Star Wars movie because I can.
There's people
I'll
that
just
like
catch the next half, and tomorrow morning, and then that basically makes Movie Pass pay for 2 tickets.
when you tell people unlimited, they get gross with shit. That's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
Like I there's people like me, like I don't necessarily go and watch movies in the theater. But if you tell me I have an unlimited pass, I will find a way. Like nature will find a way for me to go to a movie to get my goddamn fill of that thing. It's the same thing I did with when I got like an unlimited AT&T fucking phone plan, and I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna watch Twitch on LTE all day long because I got unlimited, bitches. Let's do it.
Yeah. So one of the things, because of how bad this company was hemorrhaging money, they decided to do was they just up and changed people's passwords so that they couldn't log in and use the service.
Whoopsie doodles.
I mean, look, they're prone to making bad mistakes. Who would have thought? Like,
how was this found out?
Oh, so there was this whole, well, basically it was found out because as they started to fire people just was like, oh, do you want to know all the shady shit they were up to? Some of the other fucking shady practices they did where they would just literally freeze people out of being able to see certain movies by either just taking that movie totally out of the service or telling people things like, oh, that movie is already full. Or one of the things that their CEO initiated was a little mechanism he called the Tripwire, which was at a certain point when the like balance of money for them to allocate to people being able to see those movies ran out, they would just close out all the movies, and the message would just pop up that all the tickets are sold out. You missed your chance.
That's some intense lying.
Yeah, people in the company said the Tripwire at first was at like a few $1 million, so okay, cool. But then it eventually went down to like a few $100,000, and then just continued to trickle down for how much money before the Tripwire would activate.
it's so shisty, dude.
Yeah.
I'm an IT guy. I run a lot of accounts. I'm not above lying to an end user. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, this is some straight up fraudulent shit.
Like this is like fraudulent. Exactly. It's not like you're like, oh, like, like the whole computer took a shit, but you're like, oh, you downloaded the wrong thing, and
there's been times where I'm trying to contact a customer or a client, over and over again as they're like a teacher in a resource center for a thing, and it's like, hey, you put a ticket in, you said you couldn't access this thing, is it cool if I log in? And then you don't get a response, and then you get a response, but it's like on a Saturday, and then like the next Tuesday it's an angry ticket, and it's a kind of CC of the CEO of the company. And they're like, why isn't this taken care of yet? And then you try to email them again, and they're like, oh, sorry, I'm out at my home. And I'm like, I'm just going to ninja reset your fucking shit. I'm sorry. I'm going to just ninja reset all your fucking shit, and I'll deal with that on the end. And they're like, well, my stuff ended up. And I'm like, oh, it looks like you got a virus. Yeah, no, it was probably a virus. Yeah, no, yeah, Windows is weird, right? It was probably an update failure.
So Help asked, like, were they letting those people reset their passwords? No, they would basically send them through like a whole process, and some of them would be allowed to reset the passwords, and then some of it, users would just try to log on time and time again and try to make calls and not be able to get through.
Like, what's mind blowing about this is that it's legitimately easier for you as a company to be like, hey, we made a mistake. It was way more costly for us to do business this way. We're changing our rate, something like that, than to like commit fraud.
Not to the fucking investors. It wouldn't be. They'd be like. But then again, don't also
like you're fucked either way. What do you do?
Also, don't fire the people that know your fucking secrets. Like you give those people bigger salaries.
They full on ran out of money in July of 2018 and had to borrow $5 million in cash to keep afloat. And that's when they started doing all the more shady shit.
Are they still in business?
I'm not sure, because the rest of this is on a Business Insider article, and Business Insider is one of those ones that
Kaz is admitting to his ad blocking issues right now.
They're like, no, they're one of those ones. As soon as you scroll down far enough, they're like, you need to have an account to read our articles. So
Jen is definitely saying that she still has a movie pass. So
okay.
you're part of the problem, Jen. That's
yeah. So that was one of the other shady things they did, Jen, that they say in here is they would just start taking the movies they knew people wanted to see just totally out of the catalog. Like which was called the Mission Impossible fiasco, because they found out Mission Impossible was going to be a movie that everyone wanted to see, and they just literally took it out of the thing and froze people's accounts from being able to view that movie as part of their service.
Yeah, well, I think everyone saw that.
Which then I love. They lied on Twitter to be like, "Oh, it's some kind of weird technical bug, and we're working on it, guys. We want to make sure that you get to see the movies that you want to see."
Yeah, sorry, Kaz, that was me. That was me. That was me in the office going, yeah. No. Oh shit, someone tripped on a cord, guys. We got to get the backbone up. The thing is, you give people an excuse, man. Everyone will go along with it. It's fine.
Like I've thought about getting one of these movie passes because I am going to the movies more often, but I was thinking about getting like one of the ones for the theater itself that the theaters themselves do rather than one of the third party service ones.
Hey, those are great.
What's a movie cost these days? Like $10, $12?
To 12 to 15.
I haven't been to a movie since the last Star Wars. I don't.
Yeah, Regal has a great one. Help in the chat room says like. Yeah, those are way better deals because you get more than just like the movie. You get like
usually concessions, shit,
which costs like $20 for a fucking bag of popcorn.
A small bag of popcorn.
Yeah.
No, I go in with the biggest pockets in the entire world. I went to a movie with my friend Julie last year because I don't ever go to movies, and I had I had these deep pocket shorts. I had 4 bottles of wine.
Jeez.
And it was so obvious, but I was like, what are you gonna do? You can make minimum wage and you hate your job. You're gonna die on this cross? Like, fuck it. Let's go, boy. Like,
we went to The Last Jedi. It was me and my wife and then my buddy Justin and his girlfriend Cass. And we met my parents there. And my buddy Justin brought, Fireball comes in like the little airplane bottles and they come in like a carton.
Mm-hmm.
He brought that entire carton in. And between me and my dad and Justin, we were passing them back and forth. And Justin was like, at one point, I looked at I was like, dude, I can't keep going. By the end of that movie, he was obliterated. And he had no idea how it ended.
I walked in with a full foot-long Subway sandwich.
Did you really?
I'm like, fuck it. Stop me. Really, if you want to tackle me, tackle me. I'm going to keep walking. Really. And they're like, nah, I don't care. Sir, you can't. What? No, I don't care. Cool. That's the job. Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, just keep walking.
Like as nice as ours is now, and like they have like off-duty cops there and all kind of shit. Like you can walk in with food, but if you walk in with a bag and they think you have a camera in it, then they're like, where are you going?
And that's understandable.
You're like, is that a bag of churros? You got a life-size bag of fucking Cheez-Its? Yeah, no, keep going. Like, you might have a camera on you? No. Let me check your bag. Just like,
All right, so my next story, it's sort of a non-story, but it started off. It's two stories, but a non-story. It started off as a funny story that I saw that was about not funny, I guess, but it sparked my interest. Two United Airlines pilots in Scotland were arrested on August 3rd. Two pilots because they were very inebriated before flying a plane. And I'm like, okay. I read that story and I was like, okay, where's the punchline? It's 5 paragraphs. There's no punchline. Just two fucking pilots were like, let's get smashed before flying a fucking plane with a bunch of people. And I was like, that's fucking harrowing. Okay. And then and my brain goes, shit, that's got to happen a lot, right? Like, you think pilots don't, but shit.
Yeah, I do wonder about that. Like, do they have to go through breathalyzers, like if they're about to fly a plane? I don't think so.
Wasn't there like a while coming out of like the 50s and 60s where it was like a pretty big joke that pilots were always just drunk?
Well, what are those captain clubs or whatever? Like with they go into that secret room and it's like a secret bar, and I'm like, why are you drinking in a bar before you're gonna fly my plane? Like, what are you doing? I'm like, I hope you're just getting off your shift. Not
terrible idea.
But also, if you're getting off your shift, why are you drinking at the airport bar? Fuck that. Like, go home. Like,
that's essentially where you live, bro. Like, motherfuckers essentially just live in the airport bar.
But so that sparked my interest, and I googled drunken flights. And then
how many?
And then I found this story, which came out on August 9th, 2 days ago, where the basic gist of the story is a flight attendant got called out by a bunch of Twitter users for being very drunk on a flight. And this is just an attendant. This is a person that was sitting there. She's 49. She's from Wisconsin. She was arrested. There was a short flight from Chicago to somewhere. And basically, yeah, the first tweet came out was like, oh, yeah, our flight attendant's really drunk. She's bumping into people. She's dropping shit. She couldn't get through the whole speech of the whole, like, safety, shenanigans and whatever. They got a picture of her fucking slumped over, like, while everyone's sitting around. So, again, not necessarily a great dkgWELP story, but what caught my eye here, which is why I will bring up to you people here. This woman is 49 years old. Doesn't actually say her weight, which is going to be a concern in a second. She has been, well, first of all, she's been charged for a misdemeanor public intoxication, but where do they say it? They say the woman told police she consumed 2 vodka shooters before coming to work. Okay. I'm trying to think about the amount of time between before going to work, then getting on that plane, waiting for everyone to board, then being publicly intoxicated. In jail, she consented to a portable breathalyzer test, which marked this woman at 0.204. And I don't know in what fucking world 2 vodka shooters going to get you to 0.2.
No.
Like, that's where I was like, no. Something don't add up.
Something's not right there. No, it was like...
Because I don't know. I mean, I'm a big dude. Don't get me wrong. But 0.2 that's of 2 vodka shooters. Don't get me there.
No. Also, all right. So to establish this timeline, right? You have to drink that. You have to drink that. Get on the plane, do the flight, land, get arrested, go to where they're taking you, take that breathalyzer, and that's what you hit. Like,
she must have been way higher than that.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
A little bit.
Look at her slumped over, though. Like, that picture is great.
I mean, we've seen that, but in Vegas, not on job.
It's great.
But yeah, that was just the confusing part to me.
That's it. She got some at-home problems.
that article straight up with a dead face tried to say to me, fucking, this woman had 2 vodka shooters, and that's why she was at 0.204.
Look, they're reporting the information they had. That reporter was writing that down like, okay. And then, what did you say the suspect had? 2 vodka shooters. And she blew a what? No. No. The information you told me and then what I wrote down, no. Like
I'm doing a quick because Curtis in the chat room said is that like alcohol poisoning. Like what level is alcohol poisoning? Do you guys know?
Oh God, I used to try to buy those off the counter Fry's Electronics fucking breathalyzers when I worked there, and we used to try to challenge each other who could hit higher because we were dumb kids. I feel like the highest I ever hit was 0.25 before blacking out.
Yeah, I don't even know if I've ever done one.
0.16. I mean, they're also not accurate, so they're fucking like keychain versions.
Yeah, but even then, okay, so you're at 0.25 and you're about to black out.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. Curtis has got it. Yeah, 0.25 is apparently the cutoff for when you should need assistance. Yeah, no, 0.25 is where I fucking blacked out.
So hours later, she gets breathalyzed, and she's at that level, like over 2. Like that's nuts.
Yeah, that was the story.
Hey, lady, get your shit together, okay?
Yeah,
get your shit together.
Yeah, she's got a bigger problem.
You got.
She's doing shooters.
Coca-Cola,
she's doing those vodka shooters in the plane at this point.
Yeah.
Doing that on the fucking jetway. That's what she meant before work. She meant as I was walking down the fucking, as I was walking down the tunnel, I did 2 vodka shooters.
As I was going to the police station, I was doing vodka shooters. It was still in my mouth when I took the breathalyzer. That's the equivalent.
She was holding on to it like all the vodka's still in her mouth.
My lord. All right, last news story. I didn't read this one because I just threw this one in here. This is from the Daily Dot. This came from the Discord as well. So Irish Twitter decided to hop onto an auction for a very unusual item. It was a Victorian haunted dildo.
Let that
so this
sink in.
Victorian, this Victorian era ivory crafted dildo.
Ivory
was on auction. Yeah, ivory was on auction, and a bunch of people on Twitter got together and crowdfunded to put in a bid, and they won.
I have so many questions about this.
Is ivory like?
I'm glad, but I can't answer them.
Okay, so the poor elephant or whatever whose tusk was turned into a dildo, first of all, and then and then like
listen, they were built for it.
Haunted, they were built for it. Haunted. How do you know it's haunted? Like, what does it do? Does it magically like show up inside of you?
Have you ever seen some of these like eBay articles for like haunted dolls and shit? Like, what's that fucking show? That stupid fucking Exorcist show, movie, whatever. Not Carol Ann, but Ann something. Anyways, yeah, there are these fucking eBay articles that are like, this is a genuine witch, enchanted doll. Its name is Marie, and you need to at least talk about her. Don't talk shit in front of her. She will come at you hard in a sideways way. Like, it's freaky as fuck. I think you guys are missing the biggest concern of this. Is it how porous is ivory? Okay, like, there's a reason we use silicone and shit in this day and age. Like, that doesn't seem healthy.
I mean, none of this seems healthy, Curly. So, like, Jesus.
Yeah, wood's porous too. Gabby, get the fuck out of here with your wood and splinters.
Some dildos are wood flavored with
so
age.
the person.
Gross.
Is it like a fucking seasoned cast iron skillet?
Yes.
Or you're like, oh, did you wash my fucking ivory dildo? There has been Victorian level centuries of fucking jizz on it, I guess.
Of of puss juice all
Fizz,
up on that.
fizz, female jizz, fizz. I don't know.
Gross.
So the person who helped put this together to get the winning bid for this dildo is the owner of a sex shop, whose name is Shauna, and her Twitter account is Sex Sapio. You can check her out on Twitter. I think I'm going to give her a follow because her whole thing was she's been tracking this dildo for a very long time, since the last time it went up on auction. And when she saw it go up this time, she was like, I have to do everything within my power to be able to win this dildo because it belongs in a museum. And she said, yes, I went full Indiana Jones and was just yelling, it belongs in a museum because it's something that gives us a look into the history of sexuality, and it should not just be owned by one person.
Once again, I think Alex has hit the point in this. None of this is mentioning the haunted portion of it. What?
Yeah. I think that's just shit the internet threw on it.
Haunted by what?
She had to give the internet something to get the, because you go, hey, it's a dildo. You get maybe 10, 15 people. They're like, I don't know, I'll give you $2. Then you go, it's a Victorian era dildo. And then a couple of people are like, okay, I'll give you a 10, but I don't care. And then you have to hit them with the, it's haunted. And people are like, I will give you all the money in my pocket right the fuck now. Buy that dildo.
I kind of want to see, I could see one of two scenarios with the haunting. One, you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, oh God, and then you find it and it's like in you.
It's in your ear.
Or it's like, you're using it and then it ends up, taking over, what is the term? Like possessing you. Like some kind of a spirit possesses you due to the haunting. How else could a dildo haunt you, gentlemen?
You get like a whisper in your ear, like, how's it going? Are you enjoying this? I'm the elephant.
I need you to click on that Twitter link.
But haunted by what? The elephant? What? I mean, really, it's it's an ivory dildo. It's not like it's crafted after anyone. I'm just now freaking out. Now it's probably haunted by a fucking elephant. It's
Look at this person's face.
Take me to the graveyard.
And the joy of winning a dildo.
Oh fuck! Where am I looking at this? I don't even know where.
In chat, I put it in chat.
Oh okay. Oh, there you are. Oh, sexy opa.
On the dildo last night.
She live streamed herself doing the auction, and that's her face when she won the dildo.
So she's
whatever makes you happy.
She's actually the haunted ghost that shows up when you use the dildo. This shows up in your bedroom in the dead of night. and Instagram quotes are still popping up during that time period. That's fantastic. Gross.
Yeah.
Gross. I'm gonna forgo my last news story so we can move on to the games at this point because I do have two.
Do it, baby.
And also, I don't think I can top dildo ghost elephant. Yeah, I don't have anything.
No.
All right, we're gonna move on to the games.
Oh, yay! It's game time.
Hell yes.
With Curly.
That's what I'm talking about.
Only on dkgWELP.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and actually just you both, Alex and Kaz. I'm addressing you both. I have two games that we're gonna play. One of them is guaranteed going to be happening. It's a summer school for those that know what that is. Alex doesn't know what that is most likely, but summer school is a bit that I steal from my local radio station where they have their producer has a kid who's about 3 years old, and she, like a 2 or 3 year old, has sort of the mush mouth kind of communication skills at this point. She's very vocal, but you can't really understand unless you're there all the time. Most kids are like that. The idea is that they utilize that opportunity to make the kids say certain phrases or words or whatever, and then you try to figure out what it is that they're saying. So I have that. It's audio-based Clue.
He might have an upper hand on me because he has kids.
Oh, yeah. No, people with kids can speak kid. They can speak mushmouth kid. And that's kind of why I love being the proctor of this, because I can hear most of these because I dated a girl with a kid from like 0 to 7. So I did the whole gambit of this shit, and I'm like, no, this is what she wants. She says this, and people are like, I have no idea what the fuck she's saying, dude. That's great. But I will give you an option for the first game we're going to play. There are two of them, fuck, did they go? One of them is sort of based on prices, right? And I kind of this kind of lined up because it's currently the season right now. But also, what I love is that Alex is a dad, and Kaz fancies himself as a fake dad, usually wearing a dad hat on the show. So it's back to school time that's coming up right now. So I have a Price is Right style quiz where you without going over, I'm going to give you an item, and based on Target or Walmart's pricing, you tell me what the price is without going over. And that can involve chat as well, so that can be kind of fun.
I'm gonna look for chat to be like, 555, like whatever they do in the show.
Yeah. Where did I put the fucking other thing? Oh, the other one is I don't know if you guys are gonna care. It is shit. Did I kill the fucking thing? It's in a folder on my desktop. Here's the game. New folder. Game. Date modified. Game audio. Oh, so yeah, this is the other one is going to get us completely copyright infringed, but it's based off Billboard, and it is a recently released list of the top 10 hottest songs according to Billboard. And that'll be highly based on if you guys can know popular culture songs at this point, whatever Billboard would consider the top songs. And this is like of all time, so some of them are like older.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like hot songs. And I'll just play you a clip of the song, and then whoever buzzes in first will be the person who has to answer it, and then you just tell me whatever song it is.
How do I know how to buzz?
Your name is your buzzer is how I play this game. So you say your name, and I would call on you. Surprisingly, I have to remind people that don't say someone else's name. People do it all the time. Your name is your buzzer.
Only John LaStudio.
I
love and miss that man.
So would you like to have the first quiz be the top 10 Billboard hottest songs of all time? Or
now let's do the Price is Right one.
The Price is Right back to school edition. Okay. All right. We're going to do that. We'll save the other one for another time because I took the time to fucking make it. So yeah, this is Price is Right style. I don't really know how to do this beyond the fact that we're going to play it Price is Right style. So if you go over, you are wrong. So if you're under, but close, you win. So $1 is always an option. Yeah, you can be that asshole. Do you have this is probably best if we did it this way. Do you have a piece of paper somewhere where you can write stuff on, or a board or anything? You don't have to. We can be on honor system. I would say it'd be cool to write it down and then you can hold it up instead of like trying to say it out loud.
Oh no!
Don't make it complex.
Yeah.
All right. Where's my Excel sheet? All right, these are items from just integrated into the idea of the back to school. It's school related shit. So
Yeah.
chat, feel free to chime in. Just don't cheat, and try to give the contestants their own first chance. So your first item is a box of 36 Sharpie brand yellow highlighters. What is the price?
You need 36 fucking highlighters. Is that for the whole school year? Jesus Christ. All right. 36 highlighters. So all right, I think I have my number.
I do too.
All right, you guys want to throw it out? Kaz, go.
Yeah.
I'll go first. Yeah.
Yeah, you're the incumbent host, so I think you go first, and then Alex can play his game on you.
I'm gonna say $20.99.
Alex, what you got?
I was literally gonna say $20.
That's a
Hold
that's a Price is Right game rule.
Oh, shit. I'm gonna say $15.
So going on my own rules of how I watch this game take place on my local radio station, I will tell you you're both over.
Shit.
And you want to re-roll at this point.
All right, Kaz, you first.
$9.
You know, I'm gonna be that dick. $1.
Oh, okay. $1 from Alex and $8 from Kaz. On Price is Right rules, it is $14.69. Kaz takes it.
Damn it!
$14 for 36 Sharpies?
He said 15. So okay.
He said what? Yeah, it's $14.69. He went over. He was over.
Yeah, but
I went
the first
over.
thing he said was 15.
He's over.
Yeah, but I'm over.
Okay.
Bullshit.
We were supposed to do is go $1 above. No, sorry. Anyways, all right. Your next clue or your next item is the. This is again from Target. A back to school essentials supply kit bundle for K through 8. If you want to know the contents, I can quickly run through.
So yeah.
8 number 2 pencils, 1 binder, 2 spiral notebooks, wide ruled, 2 wide ruled composition notebooks, 2x2 pocket paper folders with center prongs, 1 12-inch ruler, 10 Crayola washable markers, 24 Crayola crayons, 12 sharpened color pencils, 2 Elmer's glue sticks, 1 Elmer's glue 4-ounce, 1 double sharpener, 2 pink erasers, 1 kid scissors, and 1 hard pencil box.
A hard pencil box,
Hard.
not the soft one.
Hard.
A couple of those things in there, I'm pretty sure are like $1, and I'm pretty sure Target's okay losing a couple cents here and there to sell the full bundle, because then a lot of that shit is just gonna sit there for months on end until they put it in the little clearance racks, and some grandma fucking wants to buy fucking 12 binders for fucking Jimmy. So I'm gonna say $25.
Kaz locks in at 25. Alex, what do you got?
30.
Mm-hmm. And Alex, my friend, you win. That's for you. The price of the back to school essential supplies kit bundle K through 8 is $35.94.
Got him.
Very close. Very close. Your next one's a little bit sports related. This is a child's backpack featuring the NFL New York Giants logo.
Oh, fuck yeah, brother. That's priceless. That's priceless right there. Those New York Giants.
There's no more information I can give you.
So
this is literally just looked up. So 2019.
NFL branded merchandise. $18.
Okay.
No, wait. 24. Like the show.
I want to know what mental gymnastics you're doing right now. No. Oh, we gotta calculate in. Oh, there's 3 letters. Giants. The embroidery alone.
25.
What'd you say, Cass?
24.
Oh,
But he'd win $1.
Alex. You win. That's gonna be $50. $49.99.
Damn, that's expensive.
For a child's
The
backpack.
NFL out here robbing people.
God.
Also, are you buying that backpack for your kid? Do you really need your kid walking around with that fucking logo?
God.
Yes.
No.
Damn.
Yes, no. Come on, dude. $50.
First of all, I'm a sports fan. Second of
No,
all,
I
I'm a
know.
Giants fan.
I know, but like,
But you went with 18 first. Why'd you bump up to
give him a
24?
shirt.
Because I realized it's an NFL branded fucking merchandise.
So you gave a $6 bump because of a branded NFL logo?
Yeah.
All right. Your next clue. Your next product. Ubi brand blunt tipped scissors. Blunt tipped scissors.
Blunt tipped scissors.
So you can't cut yourself. You gotta be safe. You know.
Oh.
Kids
See,
these
you need
days.
pictures of these items.
I'll do that.
Wait, so do you want me to go first or is Kaz going first?
Kaz should go first, but you know, it's up to
I mean,
y'all.
he's won the last couple
He is
ones.
winning.
I feel like I need
I'll go
I need a
first.
gimme. You know what I mean?
Hold on. There you go. There's your blunt tip scissors. They're a little safety tip.
Okay.
Those can't be more than like.
Apparently $2 on this website, but that's not where I pulled it from.
I was legit though going to say $2. So now my answer's
No. Stay $2.
still gonna be $2.
I'm gonna go $150.
Kaz. You said 150.
Yeah.
Alex wins this one. I try to mix it up so you get there's a little bit of drama.
Really good at this game.
No, and
It
when
was,
she came to me, I was like, oh, I'm wrong.
$2.99 for those scissors.
Oh, $3.
Yeah, $3 whole. All right, this is where it starts to get maybe slightly complicated because I got wiggly with this quiz and I took my own liberties. Your next product for back to school quiz, Price is Right style, is what is 1 year of tuition at USC, the University of Southern California? Sorry, you know me.
United States.
What does 1 year of tuition at USC cost right now?
A year?
A year.
They have a pretty good football team.
It's like mental gymnastics of cats. It's gonna be in-state, Hilt.
In-state tuition. Okay, I'll go first just because. For in-state, 25,000.
I'm gonna go 30. I'm gonna just go flat 30.
All right, Kaz, 30.
God damn it.
It is 50,210.
No way. In-state?
Bad weave, almost dead on it by a Vista $210. Yeah,
That's
you guys are giving prices for community college now, dude. That's
It's been a while since I've been to college, man.
it used to be $8 a unit when I started community college when I was it was only 12 years ago or something like that. And
That's true though.
now it's now my local community college is $64 a unit.
Wow.
It's just insane. It's insane.
I mean,
Wow.
I pulled some old man shit the other day on my girlfriend because I looked at her because we were going somewhere, and I was like, "Why the fuck are these kids out here at fucking 12:30? Aren't they supposed to be at school?" And she's like, "You ever hear of a thing called summer break?" And I was like, "Yeah, isn't that over?" She's like, "No, no."
Where's the truancy officer? I need to tell him all these kids.
She's like, "God, you're getting
Guy's got the
old
truancy
so
officer
fast."
on speed
Yeah,
dial on his phone.
She
We
just
need
looked
to
at me
call
and-
Sam. He needs to call and we need to get these children.
She's
There
like,
is some
"You're
local
getting old
youths
so
causing trouble.
fast." She's like, "How are you getting this old this fast?" I was like,
She don't know you yet, dude. That's what it is. All right, your next clue, a little bit more back to tradition. 64 count, brothers.
64
A
count.
64 count Crayola ultra clean washable crayons. Are they
She's got
crayons
Aria
to you
some of
guys, or
these.
are they crayons? You crayons?
No crayons.
Crayons?
Crayons are
Crayon.
something you eat.
Yeah.
A crayon.
Like, oh, I'm gonna crush this crayons soda.
Yeah.
Yeah, crayons.
Yeah.
64
Now you
count.
see, now I'm thinking about the word more than a fucking.
No, but you think about that. You guys remember that shit when you got that one? You got the one good box that had the fucking sharpener on the back of it,
Yes.
and you get up
Yeah,
in there.
That sharpener
Yeah.
never really worked.
No, because crayons are dumb.
Yeah, you get two good sharpens out of that thing, and then it's just gunked.
They-
It is just gunked with fucking crayon.
These are, and indeed, Bad Weave is asking, are they Crayola? These are 64 count Crayola ultra clean washable crayons.
I'll start this one. I'm gonna say 24 bucks.
Does that work out to
60.
like $1 per crayon?
No.
Dude,
I'm gonna go $1. I'm pretty sure you're way over, and I don't remember how much these things cost. I paid for
Alex
my daughter.
playing it. Alex goes with $1. Kaz goes with what? 25? 24?
24.
24. Kaz.
My favorite. Damn it.
It's like $12 or something, right? Like it's not that.
$7.
Is it? Oh, it's that cheap?
Yeah, because it's fucking garbage plastic that no one cares about.
And Crayola out here.
I don't know what they're made. I don't know what
how
crayons are made out of. Putty.
how are they staying afloat?
Oh, no.
Charging
Kids.
$7.
People keep making kids.
I'm part of the issue.
You're the problem, Alex. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Your next one, and I don't know what this brand is, but it is the Sugar Booger metal lunchbox festooned in cartoon skulls for Day of the Dead. It's apparently a brand.
Those were all words.
Sugar booger. It's a
I know
metal.
what
It's a
Day
metal
of the Dead
lunchbox
is.
with cartoon skulls for the Day of the Dead.
De los Muertos. Oh my god, I murdered that word.
Yeah, someone clip that for.
I said
fucking-
that so wrong.
I'm so offended.
That's a title if I ever seen one.
I've seen
Deus
Coco
dos los
enough, I
Muertos.
should be able to read it. A themed lunchbox.
Metal themed lunchbox.
Metal themed lunchbox.
Doesn't say what metal.
But it's new, so it's not like collectible.
Deus Mentos.
I'm gonna say $12.
I'm gonna say 10.
Oh shit! Oh, I kind of want to give bonus points. Alex,
You win!
that is 1008 is what it shows up as.
Lord, I'm getting murdered here.
Oh Lord! All right, I think new question. I don't know who's winning. It also doesn't matter.
Alex is winning.
All right, so whoever's winning is gonna take first on these at this point. We're gonna go with that.
All right.
Your next product for back to school Price is Right. One rolling, double-sided, flipping blackboard with eraser and chalk. Those big old.
Oh, okay. Rolling. So you're talking about like it's on
It's
those
on
wheels. You can
wheels,
wheel in
yeah.
and out of
Oh,
that.
this is more for a teacher than for a fucking.
Yeah, flipping
Yeah, okay.
blackboard with chalk and eraser included.
Oh, with chalk and eraser included, that adds another $20.
How much chalk? How many pieces? How many
I think
pieces
it's
are
about
talking?
it's a big old chalkboard.
How many hairs?
No,
how
how
many
many
little
pieces of chalk?
fibers on the actual?
I don't have that
eraser
details
itself?
for you. I didn't save every page on my goddamn Google Chrome tabs.
Help! It says that every student needs one. Why does every student need a flippable chalkboard? Are they fucking all just going fucking beautiful mind on us? Like fucking in their room, fucking solving math
Nobody
equations?
needs a fucking chalkboard anymore, but some teachers are fucking wheeling this shit out there, okay?
Yeah.
It's Target.
Yeah.
They have a built-in whiteboard in there, and they're wheeling this shit right in, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Nope, this
It's
is
a
what
math
we used back in my day."
100% it's a math teacher, and you can't read their chicken scratch ass fucking numbers, and you're like, is that a 4?
I didn't
Is
say
that-
how big.
And I'm only gonna leave this up for fucking 10 minutes, so you better jot it all down. I don't know what it is.
You're drawing hieroglyphics on your freaking
Yeah.
notepad.
You're gonna need this formula for the whole year.
You know, okay, so I'm gonna say, I'll go first. $30.
30. I'm not gonna go as big as I was then. I'm gonna say 50. Because I was gonna go bigger.
I'm gonna give you both an opportunity at this point. We're talking like wall sized.
Yeah.
Like wall size. Okay.
like enough to cover where you normally would see, at least for our youth, a whiteboard like on the wall, like a rolling in
okay.
That's what I
big
said.
ass chalkboard.
Next
Oh, I
time
was
you
thinking-
gotta
okay,
you gotta have
alright.
some pictures of this thing, because I was thinking a couple $100 here.
Okay.
I will say you're
Yeah, at that
accurate on a
point-
couple hundred. Let's go with
Well,
it.
let's say I'm gonna say 150 just to be conservative.
I did say couple hundred.
$300. $300.
All right, I'm gonna give it to Kaz at this point. That is the one rolling double-sided flipping blackboard and eraser and chalk goes for $561.
Holy balls! No way.
I don't know what chalkboards are made out of, but apparently it's some kind of graphite
No, that's
shit.
true. Yeah, that material is probably expensive.
See, and
Double-sided.
it's also, but see, the thing you have to think about this is it's a one-time purchase, right? You're gonna buy the chalkboard. You're gonna have the chalkboard. The only thing you're gonna buy after that is erasers and chalk. So they gotta get you the one time for the big purchase of the chalkboard, because they know you're gonna keep coming back to them.
Kaz, you got to work in
Chalk-
finance, dude. You got to work in the finance department of this.
Kaz, I want to buy a chalkboard now. I didn't even.
How do
need
you
one.
justify it?
Yeah.
All right, your next clue is a Westcott branded beveled wood ruler with single metal edge, 12 inches.
this like the ones for the nuns to hit you with? Those kind?
No, this one's got metal in it. It'll fuck you up.
This is like the wood ones with that little metal edge that you can like.
So it's straight all the time. No, for drawing, not hitting people. Why are you both hitting people? God damn it.
I never used rulers.
Was you all raised by nuns?
I just, yeah, Catholic,
you just,
dude. Come on.
You just fucking hit people with,
Yeah.
it's the easiest fucking playground. Hey, let's play lightsabers.
With my
there's no
12-inch
sticks.
ruler?
Oh yeah, I got a fucking ruler, dog. And then you hit somebody with that flat side real good in like their leg, and they're pissed at you
Oh,
for the
those
rest
are
of the year.
slap bracelets. That's what those are.
Hey, you remember you would take them and like bend them back and then just kind of like it would be like
I was a fat kid. I got hit all the time. It sucks.
yeah, and it would just leave a nice little like smack on
Oh,
your, you know.
It was like a reverse belly flop with a ruler. It's gross.
All right. Fuck. I'm gonna say this is another thing that you're gonna keep for years. So I'm gonna say $40.
$1. Wait, no, not even. Like I was gonna say like 50 cents. Like legit. It can't.
What?
It can't
Okay,
be
all right,
50.
fine.
It's a
Fuck you,
fucking
Chad.
ruler. Holy shit. It's a 12-inch ruler
Wait,
made
is
of
it not
wood.
the? Oh no, you said a 12-inch one.
But
Okay, no.
But
no,
what you
all
don't
right.
realize, Curly, is that it was made out of like the cross that Jesus
Yeah,
was
apparently,
like, you know,
yeah.
crucified on.
Apparently,
They took a little bit of that off.
Apparently, they took
It
the.
was made out of the fucking Deku
According to
tree.
Kaz, they made it out of the Dead Sea Scrolls, and then, God damn it!
I was thinking of the big ones. All right, no. All right, I'm gonna say $12. $12.
Even then, get the fuck out of here! God damn it! It's a 12-inch fucking ruler. It's $2.80.
Right? That's so funny.
That was an easy throw up.
I know the price of chalkboards. I don't know the price of rulers. All right.
$1 per inch. There you go. There you go.
Your next one for back to school month is a brand new Bluebird branded Vision model 77 passenger school bus.
Wait, a bus? A whole ass bus?
A 77 person passenger school bus.
Uh, 70,000.
All right, locking it in.
I'm gonna go 50.
This is brand new. This is brand new. Polky with your 3426.
I'm gonna go 50.
50 and what? What'd you say, Alex? 70 something?
75.
70,000.
All right,
70,000.
Alex.
70,000.
Alex. It's gonna go with Kaz on this one. It is $65,000, 642 cents for a 77 person passenger brand new Bluebird brand Vision model school bus. Your next
Those
one.
things only have one. They only have one buyer. Well, actually, two. Fucking schools and fucking van lifers.
And no seatbelts. They have seatbelts now, I heard. If you have kids.
Yeah.
Do
They
they?
have seatbelts
Oh,
now.
good. That seemed obvious.
Your pentultimate, there's two more. Your pentultimate clue. The 4-ounce bottle of Elmer's glue. If Cass says $56, I swear to God, I'm gonna throw it out the goddamn window.
Wait, say the description one more time.
4-ounce bottle of Elmer's glue.
So just one 4-ounce bottle.
A single 4-ounce bottle,
Okay.
not a sleeve of glue.
Okay.
$4.
$1.26.
Price is Right rules. I will tell you, you're both fucking over.
No way.
It's a 4-ounce bottle. I eat 4
Oh, I guess
ounces.
a 4-ounce bottle is like
Oh shit.
12 cents.
30 cents.
Kaz. You win. Yeah, it is 50 cents straight up and down at Target right now for a 4-ounce bottle. It's a tiny little sleeve of glue. As they say.
I don't know shit.
And
I don't
you're-
know shit about glue. I ain't never used glue in my life.
You gotta burn that dad hat now at this point. You don't know anything about back to school products. What is it? $50 for a fucking bottle of glue? I don't care. Shit, here, son. Here's all your fucking.
Go to the store, be like, pick out the things your mother told you to get.
Your final clue is a brand new Los Angeles school for visual and performing arts.
Wait, the whole school?
Whole school.
Can't buy that on Target.
I'm telling you, it's in the millions. Figure that one out.
A whole school, a whole building in the district of
Los Angeles.
500 million. 5 milli.
You're saying 500 million?
Yeah.
$1.
Motherfucking Price is Right rules. Alex goes with $1 versus 500 million. Alex, I will tell you.
You win!
Because Gaz has no concept of money. It is 230 million for this brand new Los Angeles School of Visual and Performing Arts.
Still more than I was actually thinking. I was thinking like 150 million.
You don't know how much excess they could spend. It's a school district.
Wild.
Oh, Lordy Jesus. Yeah, sorry, that was that game. Kaz, I'm gonna let you do this. Do you want to do the summer school, or you want to save that for another time? It's Alex. Do you have a heart out at all?
How many?
No, I'm good.
All right, we're an hour and 50 minutes. We're an hour and 30 minutes in. Do you want to do one more? I have 16 summer schools.
Can you do 10?
No, they're all fun.
No, they're not.
Let me tell you this. Actually, at this point, this is the issue. Is the other game is, and I was gonna just force this on you, but now that we're at like a time constraint at this point, in my opinion, these are all Kevin Bacon movies. How do you feel about? How do you feel about your knowledge of Kevin Bacon films that Kevin Bacon has been in? You got any? You got any that come to your mind? Any that come to your mind?
Actually, I know 2.
I got Help saying Tremors, Invisible. I think it was Hollow Man.
Hollow Man, yeah.
Probably like
He wasn't in Tremors.
Footloose is the only one that I can think of.
Oh, JVZ's coming in. JVZ should be for this fucking shit. All right, we're doing it anyways. Fuck it. Who cares? So the way this works is it's the same thing. Name is your buzzer. Actually, this is the first one we're going to do. Name is your buzzer, Alex. I'm going to play an audio clip of this child saying the name of the title of a Kevin Bacon movie. And as soon as you think you know what it is, you can say your name as your buzzer, and I will call on you, and then you can say what it is at that point.
All right.
It sounds pretty simple, but people fuck it up all the time. Don't open the IMDb of Kevin Bacon right now, you cheater. See what you're doing. Let's go with the first one. I think this is turned up. Yeah. Let me know if you can't hear it.
But when liars.
Can you do it again?
But when liars.
Fat Live the Lions?
I didn't hear a buzz. And also, that's probably not a Kevin Bacon movie. Fat Live the Lions, my favorite Kevin Bacon movie. Oh, chat's got it. Chat's got it.
Got that?
Kaz.
How?
Kaz, go ahead.
All right. Good.
Bad Little Liars?
I couldn't even tell you, dude.
Liars is
But
in
when
there.
liars.
All right, you're gonna have to put a
Chat,
time limit on
chat,
this.
do you got it? Chat, you want to throw it out? Chat, you can say it.
Have Chad do it.
Yeah.
Whoever
If chat wants to
gets
do
it
it, they can do
first.
it.
Chad can join this.
Some of these are a little blown out, and that's the fault of the fucking radio station. Fat living. I will throw.
That's legit what it sounds like.
Because I think Help's lying about having it. It is The River Wild.
What?
But
it's
when
not.
liars.
That kid is talking about fat lions, and I don't even want to hear anything else
right.
about it.
Your next clue. Why is that not working? Why is that not working? Ah, it's broken. Website, refresh. Oh my god, it rearranged everything.
X-Men.
Kaz.
Kaz. Alex forgot his name. Kaz got it. Fuck. It's not working.
I watched a man's brain break.
I don't know. I was staring at Alex's face during that, and he was just like,
I couldn't even understand what.
X-Men. X-Men.
Alex.
Yeah, we got that one.
"No, we got that." No, I'm just saying.
X-Men.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
X-Men.
X-Men. Oh, okay.
Kaz got that one. All right. Sorry.
All right.
Your next clue.
Such a bad game. I hate this game, dude.
I love this game.
Apollo 14.
Alex.
Alex.
Apollo 13.
Hell yeah,
He was
brother.
in that movie until they just.
I heard asparagus and cheese. Dude.
Apollo 14.
I mean, I heard Apollo 14, but at
I
least
heard Danny.
she said 14.
She absolutely said 14 though.
All right, your next clue.
A Fingerman.
You have to remember that this kid is getting older, Kaz, and it's getting
Yeah.
worse.
A Fingerman.
Kaz.
Kaz.
A single man?
A Fingerman.
My favorite movie by Kevin Bacon of A Single Man.
The Finger Man.
That is A Few Good Men.
Oh,
Oh God damn it!
he's in that movie? No, he's not in that
Apparently he's in that movie. He's there. All right, your next clue.
movie. Okay.
Planes, trains, now wheels.
Kaz.
Ooh, I don't know who that was. You both landed on it heavily. Fuck. Oh God.
I already
someone-
got one. Give it to him. Give it to him.
All
Planes,
right.
trains, automobiles.
That is
Planes, trains, now wheels.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Well done. Your next
I'll take
clue.
it while I can.
No,
She's having a baby.
Alex.
Alex.
She's having a baby.
No idea what that movie is, but
I have
apparently
no idea, but that sounded like what.
that was the
kid said.
clearest day.
She's having a baby.
I don't know why she's so excited though.
She's having a baby.
It's kind of like sing-songy. You can make it like that.
Next film.
Wild things.
Kaz.
Kaz.
Wild horses. Fuck, bro.
Can you play it one more time?
Wild things. Wild things.
Bio shingles.
Definitely not Bioshingles. That's a weird Pauly Shore movie. It's a sequel to Biodome. Bioshingles.
Oh, is that what
Where
it
the
is?
wild things are?
It's Wild Things.
Wild things.
Wild
Fuck.
things.
I knew it was wild something, bro.
Your next clue.
Fuck you, Chad.
From Mars.
What?
From Mars.
Oh, Kaz. Kaz. Say it yet,
I
dude.
know what you're gonna say. It's obvious. It's Tremors.
Tremors, bro.
That was the easiest one. That was the first one. It's just so blown out. I hate playing it. Your next. God damn it! I don't want to play the one that's. Oh well. All right, this one.
JFK.
Oh, Alex.
Alex.
JFK.
Yeah. That's an easy one.
That's broken.
I just like you just like a kid saying JFK.
No, I'm expecting it to be some like fucking like shit. And it's just
Some of them are easy, dude.
JFK. Like,
She knows letters.
It felt so obvious that like I was kind of afraid I was gonna say something really fucking stupid.
yeah.
All right, your next clue. This one might not be gettable at this point.
Mr. Wake Up.
What? more
Mr.
time.
Wake Up. Mr.
Alex.
Wake Up.
Alex,
Mr. Breakup?
the sequel to A Singleman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds right.
Mr. Wake Up.
It's not Mr. Breakup, my favorite Kevin Bacon movie. It sounds like a great rom-com title, right? Like,
Yeah.
Mr. Breakup.
All right, we need
Dane
to rate
Cook
this
plays his
movie.
best friend.
Lord.
If chat has it, I'll give it to him, but it's
they
Mr.
don't have
Wake
shit.
Up.
that is Mystic River. Fucking Darth Fluffy Bun Bun with Mystic River.
No
Mr.
way.
Wake Up. Mr.
That's not what he's
Wake
saying.
Up.
He's saying Mr. Breakup.
Mr. Breakup.
Definitely saying Mr. Breakup.
Damn, I was impressed. That was impressive. All right, your next clue.
Footloose.
Alex,
Oh, Kaz.
Alex.
Footloose.
That is
Footloose.
well done,
That's the one
sir.
I was waiting
I
for.
was waiting
It's the
for
only
it.
movie I know.
All right, your next clue.
Butterfly.
What?
Mushrooms,
again.
baby.
Butterfly.
That kid just
Butterfly.
spit in a mic. That kid just spit into a microphone. That's what we're listening to. We're listening to a child spit into $100 and like something dollar fucking microphone right now.
Bad Weave's got it.
Again? Do it again?
Butterfly.
No, I refuse.
Butterfly.
Your mother is.
I refuse to even. I refuse to even make comedy out of this.
That kid just sounds like he's cursing.
Butterfly.
Well, you're fucked. Is what he sounds like he's saying.
Butterfly.
Bad Weave, do you want to take it? Bad Weave.
Butterfly.
Bad Weave, you got a second. Murder in the First.
Butterfly.
No. 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 No.
can't
No.
hear it.
I refuse. I refuse.
You don't hear that?
Butterfly.
Oh, now I
No.
hear it.
No.
I
No,
mean,
you
it's
don't.
far-fetched.
No,
It's
you don't.
far-fetched, but
You've
it's
been
like...
placeboed, Alex. Don't believe them. They're lying to you. You joined a cult just now.
Come over to this side.
All right.
Yeah.
This
No,
is,
no. You were on the right side when you went, no, those were not words. And then somebody was like, no, this is what you're hearing. And they kept telling you this is what you're hearing. And then you went, no, I hear it now. Too.
We're trying to be under. We're trying to be under 2 hours, guys. Let's do this.
All right,
The
all
next clue.
The air up there.
Oh, Kaz.
Kaz.
The air up there.
Damn, son.
The
definitely
air
correct.
up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aw. Yeah, that was probably the easiest one. The next one is a little bit difficult.
Favors. Favors.
Faith?
Favors.
People that know Kevin Bacon movies are apparently screaming at their television right now.
Favors.
I ain't got shit.
I have no idea. I couldn't even tell you.
Jen screaming. Jen, gonna go ahead and do it?
Favors.
Jen, hit it.
Give it a second. Give it a hot beat. A hot beat. It's
Sleepers?
Sleepers.
Favors.
That is okay.
You can't. What I love about this game is you can't yell at a kid.
Watch me. I have one. Get okay at it.
All right. What are we looking at? Let me throw this out there. So this was for Footloose, but this is as I mentioned before, this is Summer is the kid's name. She's like 3, at this point, and the producer of the show is this chick named Sarah, and she's the one who records this, but she gives the unedited audio version of the recording studio session to the main guy who does the radio station that I pulled this from. But so this is her trying to have this kid say Footloose, but the kid kind of, since it's terrestrial radio, they can't curse, and so when the kid makes a sound that sounds like cursing, she's like, no, try again. But I love that this kid is so sassy. So this is just for fun.
Fuck us.
Try it again.
Fuck us. Fuck us.
Try again. You gotta try again. I don't think we can air any of that.
Footloose.
So that's where Footloose came from.
There you go. Yeah, Aria, my daughter says, like, when she wants me to sit down, she goes, shit. Shit. I'm like, Aria, sit. Shit. Okay. Just.
There's a little bit. The funny thing is, like, what happens is, like, if you laugh at all about it, she's gonna pick up on that and then start saying it again and again because, like, oh, it's a funny thing. You know, like, oh, shit. All right, your pentultimate.
Fine runners. Fine runners.
Your favorite Kevin Bacon movie.
Kaz. Time Runners. No, that sounds
No
like
joke,
a
that's-
Van
that's-
Damme movie.
That's what I heard, though, was Time Runners.
Is that a real Kevin Bacon movie? I have no idea. I've never seen it.
No. If anything, that's a Jean-Claude Van Damme
It will
movie.
be.
It will be in the remake.
They're rebooting it.
I don't think he's got it. Bad Weave.
Fine runners.
Flatliners?
Bad Weave. Yeah. Flatliners, indeed.
Fine runners.
God, dude.
This kid's got a mush mouth, and no one's gonna cure it. Your final clue, I think, is an easy one, if I remember correctly.
Fighting the foot team.
Oh wait, we did that one. Shit, I put it in there twice. Or did I do that one?
No, I don't recall that one. Fighting the what?
Fighting the foot team.
I didn't do that one. All right.
Fighting the foot team.
Fighting. That's what I heard too.
Yeah, fighting the foot cheese.
Remember?
Okay, we're all on the same page again.
Fighting the
All right,
foot
good. I
cheese.
can trust you, motherfuckers.
Remember the
again.
Apollo 13 issue? The way she
Is that
sounded.
a number?
Apollo foot team.
All right, now try this one.
Fighting the foot team.
Friday the 13th. Alex.
You win!
I'm sorry, I didn't even say my
Name is your buzzer. It's always a difficult
I'm sorry.
situation.
I'm new here, everybody. I'm new
Nah,
here,
everyone does the same thing. Kaz just fucks it up all the time. It's fantastic. It doesn't matter at all. Well, congratulations, Alex. You have swept that fucking game under the damn rug at this point.
Sure.
And on that note, that is our show.
If anything, chat won that game.
They did. Let's
Dude,
give it up for chat.
Honestly, like, there's that moment where, like, usually I try to, like, stop chat from, like ruin it for people, but the chat was on top of it more than anything ever.
Yeah.
I didn't think people were going to get some of those.
I'm disappointed Hollow Man wasn't in there because that was one of the other ones I was holding on to.
One of these days, I actually will have to requisition someone's actual baby to do this show from because this kid's aging, and I also can't control what they say on the show that I steal this from. So I've got a friend of mine who has a 7-month-old boy that I'm like, well, as soon as that fucking kid starts, like, chatting it up, I'm gonna come over there with a microphone and just have him say a bunch of shit.
If you want Arya to do it, just let me know.
It's a good bit, I think. I think it's a good bit. You know how it goes. But that being said, I think, Kaz, it's over, my friend.
Yeah, that's it. Alex, thank you for being on the show. Please.
God damn it. Surprise on a dildo. That is
please tell people where they can follow you, where they can find you, and tell them something you want them to check out.
Go check out. Well, you can follow me everywhere on all the social medias at Alex Albisu, as you can see up here above my head. If you're listening to the podcast, my last name is spelled Albisu. You can head over to incastmedianetwork.com to listen to all the podcasts that I have going on. There's a cool interview coming out this week where I interviewed Scott Johnson for America's Next Top Podcaster. That was a lot of fun. And I've been helping out those guys with a bunch of postseason interviews as we're getting ready to kick off season 2. So that's been a lot of fun. So go check that out, americasnexttop.podcaster.com. And follow me on Twitch. I'm trying to get more followers. I hit affiliate the first week that I ended up over here, which was totally fun. And I'm always looking for more people to hang out with while I stream video games and podcasts and such. We'll be recording Joystick and Mouse live tomorrow night around 8 p.m. So go join that.
Yeah, now that you've been on the show, we'll probably get partnered. That used to be an old bit we had.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'd have people on, and then they would get partner.
Everyone that was a guest in the show, everyone that was a guest in the show got partnered when that was like before affiliate and all that stuff. Like everyone that was ever a guest in the show got partnered immediately. Like
I'll put in a word for you once I'm at the top. It's fine.
They all say that. It never works.
I won't forget about you. I won't. But I want to thank you guys for having me on. This was a ton of fun, and we'll have to do it again. I'll have you guys on my shows.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I was mentioning this before on other shows, and when we were doing the Dynamite D&D stuff, like Alex, we haven't really hung out much and haven't really talked much, but like the experiences I've had with you, much akin to anyone that has become a permanent fixture in the DKG community. It is night and day. It's a 0 to 100 moment where you just, it's like, oh yeah, we're friends. Like that's just, there was no like awkward moment. There was just like, I feel like I've known this guy forever. Like that's just the way it goes. Like, and you fit that bill very much. So for anyone that likes this show or likes what you see here or likes what you see on DKG or any of the affiliated channels that are near us, and you don't know who Alex is, I guarantee you're going to be having a good time if you follow his stuff. So check him out.
Well, I appreciate the kind words. That's awesome. Thanks, guys.
But that wraps it up. That's the show for this week. Go to the website, check us out. We are tirelessly, not really, working on updating all the things. We're updating the website, updating a bunch of things, trying to figure out the YouTube, how YouTube works, so that we can do more YouTube stuff. Ooh, follower right as we're ending the show. Thank you,
sub,
Darth
bro.
Fluffy Bun. Follower sub, you know what I mean. But thank you for checking us out. Thank you for being here. Join us next time on the dkgWELP podcast. Follow us on all the places that you can get podcasts, and we are out. Love you. I love you.
Have a great night, guys. As always, turn it down a little bit. We'll be here after the show. If you're listening to this live, we are going to pick the title and all that stuff. So hang out while I end the recording and all that stuff. But otherwise, again, have yourselves a great night. Good luck with the next week. I'm always going to be here doing live streams. I'll be here Monday and the rest of the week. So see you then. Bye.